Hey guys, it's David Madrid at Infinite Lending. I am here with
Julia with AZ Real Estate by Julia.
Let's go. And she's got some questions for me regarding some derogatory items. Actually, derogatory items. Just call them items or bankruptcy. So fire away. Let's do it.
Okay, David. So last time we met, you were talking about the bankruptcy programs that you guys have.
Correct.
I wanted to know, what is the difference between the two bankruptcy programs?
Okay, so they're just derogatory items, bankruptcy chapter 13 and chapter 7. Chapter 7 is basically, and get a little bit more research on this, but from what I understand is basically where they take all of the debts and they're basically eliminated through the bankruptcy court. There's no repayments or anything like that. And every loan, and in Chapter 13, what they do is basically they bundle and kind of they negotiate all of the debts that you owe, where you're making a single lump sum payment to the bankruptcy court, and then they collect that money to start paying off the creditors and that you owed money to. Now, with regards to, that's the differences. So.
The other question I had for you was, so what's the time frame between somebody applying for the bankruptcy and the time that they would be able to qualify for a loan? How long do they have to wait?
That's a phenomenal question. So the waiting period is going to be based upon the loan program that you're using. So for example, conventional loans on a Chapter 7 is a 4-year seasoning period from the discharge date. On a Chapter 13, it's a 2-year seasoning period from the discharge date. On a Chapter 13, though, I apologize, on a FHA loan, the seasoning period for a Chapter 7 in comparison to a conventional is only 2 years. On a Chapter 13, technically, by FHA guidelines, you can, the day after it was discharged, you can request to be approved for an FHA loan with the condition of that you've made 12 satisfactory payments on time while you were in that bankruptcy. So Chapter 13, that's the biggest difference. A lot of people think that they can't get a home loan. And the reality is that you can. Chapter 13, a day after, you can apply for an FHA loan as long as you made the last 12 payments on time. It will be downgraded to what's called an FHA manual underwrite. So there is additional requirements that a lender is going to ask you for. But the only way you're going to find out is by reaching out to a lender. So.
Perfect. And now for both of these bankruptcies, the time frame is the same. It's 4 years for both.
No. So the Chapter 13 is a day after. So like say they file, they discharge their, the bankruptcy code discharged their case for the bankruptcy on a Chapter 13. The following day, they can apply for an FHA home loan.
Oh,
and
awesome.
obviously there's certain requirements. On a Chapter 7 though, that is a 2-year waiting period.
That was my question. Okay.
Cool.
So after you apply for the bankruptcy with the Chapter 7, you said, right?
Correct.
Then you have 2 years to be able to qualify for a bankruptcy loan.
That is correct, yes.
Perfect. Okay, so the difference is one is 4 years, the other one's 2 years.
So it depends on the loan program. So conventional, it starts at 4 years and then 2 years. FHA is 2 years and then a day after for Chapter 13. So.
That's great. That's really good information. I mean, you guys have it now. If you have filed for a bankruptcy and have been wondering, like, when am I going to become a homeowner? There's definitely opportunities for you guys to
100%.
be able to qualify.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you for that, David.
Cool.